What is up? Gear Squad Chain Gear here, bringing you another video, and today let's talk about that SCUF controller, the SCUF IMPACT controller. And yes, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. So as I told you guys, if you didn't check it out in my last video, I did an unboxing of the SCUF IMPACT controller. It is awesome. I really like it so far, and this is just gonna be my first impressions of overall what I really do like about the controller, and maybe even some things that I dislike. Let's start with my controllers though, right? These are the PS4 DualShock 4 controllers. You can use these with obviously the PS4, but you can actually get them to work with your PC as well. I know a lot of people who don't like playing all of their games with keyboard and mouse. There are some games that are just better optimized for a controller, especially like third-person action games. So, I love the DualShock 4. I think it's an awesome controller. Really enjoy it. My problem, as I mentioned in my last video, is really just about the control sticks. I'm having issues with these. When I hold up to try and sprint, click it in, try and sprint, it doesn't always work. Everything else about this controller I really like. The battery life isn't the greatest thing in the world, but outside of that, I really do like this controller. Now, on these, I've got Control Freaks on. These are the normal black alpha CQC sticks. Basically, that means that they give you a little bit of a rise instead of just the normal control sticks. As you can see, here's the difference between them. There's a little bit of a lift there. It's nothing crazy, but I really do like these. They're also concave, and I do like the concave control sticks a little bit better. These are Destiny CQC thumbsticks. I really like these as well. I have two pairs of Destiny ones. They're on sale, and I do really like Destiny, so that worked out really well for me. Those are the only two controllers I have. I had a third one. I think I just gave it to somebody, or someone bought it off me. Now, I do want to let you guys know that the SCUF IMPACT controller isn't the first premium controller I've bought. I also have the Xbox Elite controller. Now, this controller is awesome. I really do like it. It is a little heavy for me, I think. I think the heft isn't terrible or anything like that. And I do really like it, but it sometimes hurts my hands. I don't love the stick placement. I don't like it when the sticks, like one stick's up there, one stick's below there. But this is a premium controller. It's heavy. It also has paddles on the back, as well as a hair trigger system. Now I took the paddles off, but you'd see two paddles here, two paddles here. And then you'd have the hair trigger system here, so I can click them up. And I have a longer actuation. If I click these down, they have a smaller actuation. So I do have a very similar controller. The D-pad is also a disc, as well as you can just take these right off. You can just take the thumbsticks right off. So if you have any problems with the thumbsticks, you're just pulling them off, which is pretty cool. So I do have another controller to kind of be in comparison with a normal PlayStation 4 controller and a premium controller. Of course, not for PlayStation. And you cannot use the Elite controller with the PlayStation 4, at least normally, unless you have like some third-party hardware. This is the IMPACT controller. Now you can see similar design in terms of how the grips are, the handles here. More similar comparatively to this, right? Pretty different, more wide here. I like that. I like this grip a lot. Now the grip in the back here, I don't know if you guys can see that, this military grip, way better for me. I really like that. I really feel like I have my hands on the controller and they're not gonna go anywhere. Big fan of that. There are paddles on the back. Now, I've already gone hand on this controller. You can see this one right here is already getting worn down a little bit, but that's okay. You don't need the logos on there. But I go in on these little paddles here. Again, you can actually take these out, right? These thumbsticks. Now, one thing I do really like is that on this controller, you can just pull them off, but you're not replacing the whole stick. You're just replacing the top piece here, right? Just the top piece here. So I do like the fact that with these, you can actually get the kit and remove the whole stick, which I think is pretty cool. Another thing I like about this is that I don't have to use Control Freaks, right? These Control Freaks I don't have to use. I don't know if I can use them. I can actually try that now. We can literally just do this right on camera now, and just see if I can use my Control Freaks, which again are just little, like controller add-on things on these SCUF sticks, and it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so it does actually go on there. It does go on there. That's actually really interesting. It does work. So if you like your Control, oh dude, this is actually pretty nice. Adding the Control Freaks. onto the SCUFs. This is pretty crazy. This feels really good. I wonder if this will actually help me. I'm gonna try this. I wonder if this will actually help me because I'm not used to short control sticks. I'm used to a little bit taller control sticks. So let's see how well this works, and I can get back to you guys on this in my full review. But in terms of just like a first impressions, guys, I really like the SCUF. Honestly, the biggest thing about it is the paddles. It's the paddles. Two things, actually. The paddles and the hairpin triggers. So these triggers, they're sensitive. With these triggers, you really have to pull them at least halfway down to get a gun to fire. These are like just ready to go. These are hairpin triggers. Now, I haven't tried these with a racing game to see if like the car just goes really fast all the time and you don't have as much control of it like you would with this controller. But when I'm trying to shoot, this thing will literally go off on accident because my finger slips or something like that, and it just kind of goes off, which is pretty cool. But that they can go off so quickly. Not always that I do it on accident. But I am actually having problems getting this stick, or getting this on the second control stick. So I'll get back to you guys on that. But these paddles are incredible. I had a conversation with Mexican, if you guys know him, Mexican or Assassin, Mexican on the Discord. He's one of the mid bosses, one of the moderators. He's awesome, one of my great friends, and he was talking to me about how he feels like it's a little unfair that I have these paddles. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree. The paddles allow me to keep my thumbs on the control sticks at all time, right? So if I'm moving around with this stick and looking around with this stick, I have to remove my thumb off the stick that I'm looking around with, right? Aiming with in a first-person shooter to jump or to slide or crouch or switch my weapon or reload. Now with this, right, I can actually just click this paddle to slide while still looking around, to jump while still looking around. It is, I don't want to say unfair, but I do have an advantage. And this is my stance on it, is I think every controller moving forward, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox 2 or whatever, should have paddles. At least two of them, at least remappable, at least two paddles. Now, obviously Xbox, this is an Xbox, like, not licensed. This is a true Xbox controller. You buy this from Microsoft. It's a Microsoft made hardware controller, and it has paddles on the back, four paddles, sorry. And this controller is not licensed, but it is a PlayStation 4 controller, but they actually have a licensed controller from SCUF that's coming out that does have paddles. And PlayStation has 3 or 4 other licensed controllers that have paddles. So PlayStation thinks that it's fair. Xbox thinks that it's fair. I think it's the way of the future, is to just have more inputs. To me, it just makes more sense to have more inputs. Even if it's the same inputs, right? I'm not saying that it needs to be, let's add more buttons and more keys, but having these paddles, I think, allows us to, again, keep our thumbs on the thumbsticks for games that utilize them. So anyway, just quick first impressions. I really do like this controller. I would recommend someone pick it up already without doing a full review. Will I do a full review? Maybe. If you guys are really interested in me like coming back in like a couple weeks, a month or two, and giving you guys like the full rundown. I truly love this controller, blah, 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 or actually it's not what I thought it was. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you guys gonna spend like an arm and a leg for a controller? This cost me over $100. Is it worth it spending premium to buy a nice controller? Are you gonna stick with the $60 controllers or wait till they're on sale? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and of course, I will see you guys online, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.